Hey everybody, it's Sarah here with Habitat Housewares. On a Monday, not a Tuesday. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so I wanted to get a video in today because it's going to be a few days before I'm back. So, I am making a sweet potato casserole today, and I already have the casserole finished. It should be ready to pull out of the oven now, but I kind of wanted to show you the two items that I'm using today to make my casserole. I'm going to pull it out real quick. Right, so today the first thing I'm going to show you that I'm using is the Creuset casserole dish. This one is in cerise, and I do also have them in Marseille, and these ones are bigger. They're about not quite 2 times the size of this one, but this is the smaller size. It does come with a lid, and it's pretty deep. It's really convenient. I'm going to scoop some out and see how it looks. Actually, I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to let it sit for a minute, and I'm going to show you guys how I peeled it and cut it with a Creuset peeler and a chef's knife. All right.
Smells amazing.
Thank you. So I am using gloves because these will dye my hands orange, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to slide these on real quick. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So the first thing I use today is a Creuset ceramic. This is not a metal blade. It's a ceramic blade peeler. They are extremely sharp. We sell little like cut resistant gloves. They're not, you can't cut them, but they will protect your fingers with things like this and mandolins and such. So I'm just going to leave mine laying on the counter today because I found it's much easier. It's like I said, a super sharp blade, so it just peels everything off really nicely. And those of you who have worked with sweet potatoes before know that they're really hard. They're really hard to cut through sometimes. I did get sweet potatoes and not yams. I was instructed I must get sweet potatoes. So what I did was I took it was 4 sweet potatoes that were in my recipe. So this one's just an extra to show you guys how amazing this peeler is. We have julienne slicers from Creuset as well, and just regular slicers. I was going to use the regular slicer on this, but because it is a sweet potato and I wanted it to be a little bit thicker than it allowed me. But they're really, really good, those slicers, for I can't think of the word, scallop potatoes. They're perfect. So 1 sec. Rinse and dry it real quick. And then I just took my Creuset ceramic knife, gonna throw it around, and I cut off the ends of my sweet potato. And then I did slices about this thick. Let me see. Here. Doesn't like to focus in on something unless everything in the background's blurred out. So, just continue to slice those. Again, very, very sharp. Be careful when you're using these. A lot of people look at these knives and think, oh, my kids can, cut with those. They're good for kids. They're really, really sharp, so just be careful with the ceramic knives. So really easy to slice those. And then I am going to go ahead and just give you guys the recipe that I used today. It is super basic and super simple. Melt brown sugar and butter together. I use just a microwave safe bowl, and coat the bottom of the pan with it. This helps from sticking, and it's going to add flavor to the bottom there too. And then go ahead and you just layer, you know, your pieces on the bottom of your pan how they fit. I like to cover up the holes here, so I kind of do a base layer and then fill in those holes. And then you're gonna put more of your butter and brown sugar mixture on here. I did use a basting brush. It made my life a little bit easier. And then you want to roast. I did on the stovetop. Actually, I had my coworker help me, but you want to roast not almonds, walnuts and pecans. Just not overcooked. You don't want to burn them. You just want to roast them until you can get the smell from them, the nutty smell from them. And then sprinkle that on top of our first layer, and then continue the same way you had before. So do more sweet potatoes, more of the butter and brown sugar mixture, and then more of the nuts. And then I added the marshmallows on top, and then I threw it in the oven for probably 10 minutes because, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot a step. I boiled the potatoes for about 5-10 minutes after I sliced them so that they weren't too hard when so I didn't have to bake it for too long. So if you pre-boil your potatoes, that makes that a little quicker too. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it around the front here and scoop out a serving and see how it looks. All right, let's see. Am I in shot here? Oh, not quite. Let's slide this guy over just a little bit. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get, I think. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hold my bowl up here. And where can we see my spoon? Up in this corner? Okay. Break that top there like a creme brulee. And then we have layers. Oh, it's falling. You have your nuts, your butter, your brown sugar, your marshmallows, and your potatoes. So that is my recipe for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye.